Okay. Let's start, I guess. After some investigation combined with a vague hunch, I've identified a highly suspicious wanderer. Andrew is tracking it, but it's been several days since I got a response. This lull allows me to test the new gear Simone modified for me before the next mission. The only problem is that my partner, who has promised to join me for this trial, is late as usual.
10 rings! The training session is over now!
That's Simone for you. She can turn even the simplest sidearm into something extraordinary. I switch on the safety and put away my gun. My gaze drifts to the empty lane beside me. Looks like Xavier, king of tardiness, didn't get the chance to try out the new gear first.
But at least I have the luck of a partner who's always thinking about me.
The door to the shooting range opened without me noticing. Xavier leans against the doorframe and smiles.
I got caught up following a new lead. I didn't have time to tell you.
Is it about that case you've been digging into? You've been really mysterious about it. Time you filled me in. Time you filled me in. He raised his cup in his hand as he speaks.
Let's talk over a cup of coffee first. I'll tell you everything then.
Okay. I follow Xavier to the training room's lunch. I grab the cup of coffee he offers me. I casually take a small sip. It's a little hot and sort of weak, but it's still decent. You made this?
The coffee machine did all the work. I just put in the beans and provided the cup.
Sounds like you didn't do much, but the coffee isn't bad. Hearing this, Xavier chuckles. So your investigation is coffee related?
Certain people were smuggling painted protocore fragments in the coffee beans. I had to attend as a judge at the coffee contest. I figured that with all the effort they put in, there would be a clue about the ether cores. But all we got were some modified, regular protocores.
Oh, I thought... I pause and my gaze falls into the cup in my hand.
What is it?
Since joining Special Operations, Xavier and I busied ourselves with tracking down leads on the ether cores. But I always had a feeling that he was carrying out this secret mission even long before he joined. I also think it's connected to Xavier's other secrets, but this isn't the right time to delve into them. I held myself back from saying, I thought you would know something related to the ether core whereabouts. Yeah. I thought you had more solid leads than Simone and I.
Oh, I figured you'd ask something more probing.
How so? As if reading my mind, Xavier gives me a chance to steer the direction of this conversation. But when Xavier lowers his head in response to my question, it almost seems like he's slightly upset.
Isn't there anything you genuinely want to ask?
Despite everything we've been through so far, I've never really pressed Xavier about his connection to the ether cores. Yeah! In that case, how much do you know about the ether cores? Have you been tracking down the ether cores before this? Both? Can I ask both? You must know more about the ether core than the association, right?
In your mind, am I more capable than all of the association's hunters combined?
Yes. The association has its networks, but maybe you're aware of things they can't access. His fingers slightly tap the wooden table in the lounge area.
I'm not entirely sure how many ether cores there are, let alone their capabilities. Their power comes from the very core of the cosmos. If fully awakened, they would spell disaster for the world.
Okay. Noticing my thoughtful expression, he smiles and gently smooths the furrow between my brows.
I know. You aren't satisfied with my answer.
Well...
But there are some truths you have to see and decide for yourself.
I'm not sure if I want to see them. Xavier's hunter's watch, as well as mine, beep at the same time as he finished speaking.
The wanderer you identified earlier, the one associated with the beta protocurve energy, is confirmed to be related to the ether cores. The detailed information has been synchronized with your device's data log. Get ready to head out. This wanderer will also be difficult to deal with. Should I ask Simone to assist you?
God, what's that sound? That won't be necessary. My best mission partner's back. The call ends. I raise an eyebrow at Xavier. I should witness the truth and answers I'm after for myself, but that doesn't mean I have to do it alone. One last question. I'd like to know if my partner is willing to fight alongside me for this, and whether or not it's just for today.
I believe this answer will meet your expectations. I'll always be with you, beyond just today.
You better be. You better do. Three days later, Lincoln City, Prestara University. Lately, several students at Prestara University have disappeared after being attacked by the same wanderer, only to mysteriously reappear on campus a few days later. Although these students returned unscathed, they have no memory of what happened while they were missing. Objective: find out the reason behind these disappearances and eliminate the wanderer on campus. Yeah, okay. I'll do that. Oh my goodness. It always gives me flashbacks. No. A hand reaches over, turns off the interface of my hunter's watch, and adjusts my cuff before pulling away.
If you keep staring at it, everyone will soon figure out we're hunters.
I lower my arm and glance at Xavier, who's walking next to me. You're right, Xavier. My astronomy buddy. The warm autumn sun peeks out from behind the leaves. It casts dappled light onto the corners of its mouth.
That sounds a little staged. You're my journalism schoolmate, remember?
Sure. 3 days ago, the wanderer that Android tracked using the beta protocol showed up at the Prestara University. Considering the recent sudden disappearance at the university, the association has assigned us the mission to eliminate this wanderer. To prevent any unnecessary panic, Xavier and I are pretending to be students. Yeah, I see. With the university's help, we'll be conducting interviews with the attacked students under the guise of a campus TV station.
You're walking too fast.
Or maybe you're walking too slow. My wrist is gently pulled, bringing me back to the moment. I realize I've been rushing. This is the pace I'm used to when I'm on a mission. I look around and purposefully slow down. But we finally found a wanderer that's connected to the ether cores. I would rather move quickly to prevent any problems from happening.
You seem eager.
Aren't you? Xavier adjusts my backpack strap as it starts to slip.
Information about the ether cores is always shrouded in secrecy. Out of 100 leads, one might get you somewhere at best. This lead seems unusually straightforward.
It's almost as if it's been set up for us to find. Is that what you want to say?
It's just a guess.
You might be right, but with this lead right before our eyes, I can't shake the feeling that we need to check it ourselves.
Yeah, you really are the powerful and impressive evolver everyone's been talking about. But before we meet those students, our first job is to act as students.
As we talk, we end up walking down a tree-lined path and arrive at the bustling square. Around us, numerous sleek temporary booths are set up. Students are excitedly weaving through them.
Prestara University Club Recruitment.
There are so many people. Let's take a different route. It's almost time for our schedule interview, and it won't look good on us if we were late.
Yeah, it'll take a while. But how about we use this opportunity to relive our student days for a bit?
How are we going to do that? Xavier stares at me. Then he fixes my hair and takes off his non-prescription glasses. This glass is like Dave. He put them on my face.
Much better.
Does this make me look more like a student?
It just looks nice.
Hi!
Great.
Are you a freshman this year? You seem perfect for the lead role in our film club's latest project. Are you interested?
Well. One of the club members looks down to find the registration form. A corner of Xavier's mouth slightly curls up. Really?
What did I say?
I feel like Xavier was throwing his teammates under the bus, but this trick surprisingly works. By the time we arrive at our scheduled interview spot, I'm completely in student's mode.
Hello. I'm the student council's vice president. So, I was told you guys were hunters.
Okay. The tall, lanky boy gives a slightly uneasy smile, his head sinking lower as he speaks.
The students who disappeared earlier are waiting in the classroom. They only know it's for a campus TV interview.
Sorry, could you repeat what you just said?
I mean, just keep the questions simple and try not to scare anyone. After all, they've all had encounters with the Wanderer. Let's make sure we don't add to their trauma.
Understood. We'll be careful. As we enter the classroom, several pairs of curious, wary eyes quickly focus on us. I clear my throat and offer a genuinely friendly smile. Hi, I'm a broadcaster journalism major and a member of the campus television station. This is my partner. Xavier steps forward but doesn't speak, which prompts me to continue. He's the one who will handle the microphone and camera. He's an astronomy major. Our simple instruction doesn't achieve the effect we wanted. Perhaps the Wanderer did give them quite a scare. They scrutinize us warily, but no one responds.
Hi,
A bag full of drinks appears from behind the door. The person holding it hesitates, struggling to gesture a couple of times. I take the bag. The vice president shyly smiles, then silently moves to sit by the classroom's back door. He's definitely an introvert. Cooperating with us on the university's behalf must be tough for him. When I distribute the drinks with Xavier, the classroom's tense atmosphere begins to soften. As I try to come up with an appropriate icebreaker, Xavier nudges my elbow.
Oh, right. Didn't we meet up downstairs this morning?
I'm confused. So I managed to only a grunt in response.
I think I forgot to check in for my morning class.
You're an astronomy major. Aren't you taking Dr. Ulysses' course?
I take me a moment to realize that Xavier's somber tone doesn't match his hopeful eyes. As I move the chair, I lean in close to Xavier's ear. Did you know? Did you do your research ahead of him?
I just threw out a question and didn't expect it to go anywhere.
Yeah. Straightening his posture, Xavier smiles and looks at the student who responds to his question earlier.
Yeah, his classes are really tough.
The student relaxes as the conversation begins to flow more naturally.
I knew it. When it comes to the strictest professor at Prestara University, no one can beat Dr. Ulysses.
Ulysses.
But it's not that bad. While he's strict in class, he's pretty chill on the basketball court when classes are over. Actually, I missed one of Dr. Ulysses' meetings because of that Wanderer incident. Thanks for reminding me. I need to catch up with him later.
You're welcome.
Xavier adjusts his posture and gives me a knowing look. Seeing Xavier's cue, I quietly switch on the recorder and casually throw out a question. Besides missing out on that meeting, can you tell us a bit more about what happened after that attack? You can say whatever you want. Don't worry, we won't disclose any personal information. The student exchange looks. They seem resolved to speak.
I'll go first then.
Great. I'm not sure if it's just me, but his eyes seemed to go blank for a moment after he said that.
This is what we call a white hole, a theoretical region of space-time. If we reverse
What are
all
you
the
doing?
symbols in the equation
Shh,
representing the
we're not
geometry
actually
of
here for the
space-time,
lecture, but we
then
might
in
as
this
well
very
look for the
space,
part.
Objects are no longer unable to escape.
But we might as
from
well
it.
look the part.
Or
Okay.
rather, they can only escape.
I slide the open textbook to the center of the desk, line up my notebook and pens, and place a water bottle to the side. Like me in school. Your desk is so neat. It's only a matter of time before the professor notices. According to Stalin's account, the incident occurred outside the classroom. He was heading to a meeting with a professor. I decided to talk to this professor to see if we could gather any new clues. So I dragged Xavier with me the next day, as we snuck into his class.
Yeah, it's a perfect disguise. The way you quickly claimed a seat in the back was nice and clean, too.
The back row is a VVVIP section. It has a great view and ambience, perfect for relaxing entertainment, and even spotting two students in the back row secretly holding hands under the desk, I casually changed the subject. No, we're holding hands. Like, go. Where did you prefer to sit when you were in school?
I didn't have a particular preference, but I usually sat in the back too. The sunlight was nice, and the breeze was refreshing.
How comfortable were the desks and chairs?
They were okay.
But didn't you sit in front of you in class? As our casual chat drifts on, I flip open my notebook and turn my attention back to our mission. Even though we learned a lot of details from talking to the students affected by the attack yesterday, we didn't find anything notable. Those 5 students were either normal people or evolvers. They encountered the Wanderer in various spots, somewhere on the tree-lined path, and others were in the lab. And they woke up in different places afterwards. Okay. This Wanderer doesn't seem to be limited to indoors or outdoor spaces. There's no clear pattern to where it shows up.
It's not completely random, though.
Yeah, sure, he got that. Xavier takes the pen from me and draws a few circles on my notebook.
All the
Scribbling?
incidents happened at night. If that's connected to the Wanderer's behavior, then we can narrow our search. Also, all these students just started college this year.
Okay. Does that mean something?
Maybe this Wanderer thinks freshmen are easy targets.
Then it must have access to the university's enrollment system. I flip through the notebook pages again and again, yet nothing clicks. It seems like the Wanderer is targeting the student at random, but I can't believe it's just coincidence.
In this world, many coincidences are often part of a larger scheme.
Oh, really?
These students are being chosen for a reason. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Some Wanderers do target certain individuals. For example...
You! Over there!
Whoops. Dr. Ulysses. Realizing the sudden silence around me, I look up to see Dr. Ulysses on the podium. He's smiling.
Yes, I'm talking to you, young lady in the back row.
Hello.
Come up here and show everyone what a Morris Thorn wormhole is.
I never thought I'd get caught talking in class. For a moment, I'm stunned and don't know how to respond.
No? Then let's have your friend try. Come along now.
If he goes there now and whatever, he will do that. I tug at Xavier's clothes and quickly whisper, "Let me do it. If I mess up, I'll just apologize." Like he knows that was so obvious. Xavier reassuringly squeezes my hand, stands up and confidently walks to the podium. The classroom lights dim, and a holographic project appears from his fingers. It forms the image of the universe.
In theory, the Morris Thorn wormhole is a traversable wormhole.
Okay.
It is spherically symmetrical and features a throat that bridges two black holes.
Spherical, symmetrical, and features his throat. Okay.
The throat is a finite spherical region containing negative energy density matter to counteract gravitational forces inside the wormhole.
Alles klar. As Xavier speaks in a measured tone, the stars shift under his touch to gradually form a wormhole model. The lights from the distant planets flickers before us, and his silhouette seemingly stretches across light years. For a moment I wonder, was Xavier like this back in college? No, he wasn't.
Correct. The negative energy's repulsive gravitational properties keep the wormhole's throat open, allowing matter or signals to pass through. Time travel becomes possible with this model. For example, the deep space tunnel above us might very well be a giant wormhole.
Yeah.
The mysterious deep space signals could then make their way to our distant Earth. Perhaps certain materials, or even other forms of life, can find us through these cosmic channels.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about?
A snap back to reality. Xavier has crossed the stereo expanse and now stands before me. He's within arm reach once more. I'm curious, were you really an astronomy graduate?
Who knows? I have too many diplomas at home. I need to check first.
What this bell, like, that was like my alarm clock. When the bell rings, signaling the end of the lecture, the classroom empties out quickly, even though it was packed just moments ago. As the professor starts to pack, I approach him. I'm about to ask about the students who were attacked.
Xavier, have you been a deep space hunter for so long that you want to relive your college days?
The professor walks away from the podium, one hand holding his bag and the other in his pocket. His serious demeanor is gone.
Hello. Are you also a deep space hunter? His colleague, perhaps?
I'm his colleague, yeah.
This is Ulysses. He's an old friend of mine. Now he works as an assistant professor.
I was promoted to associate professor 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First, there was Jeremiah, a mysterious florist. Now it's a university physics professor. I'm once again shocked by how unpredictable Xavier's social circle is.
Let's get back to business. You're not the type of person to visit without a reason. Did something happen at the university?
I'm on a mission.
Well, if you're involved, it can't be just any mission.
True.
Should I be expecting a major incident to take place?
Looks like I'm not the only one who has a certain impression about Xavier. But this gives me a perfect opening to ask him about the Wanderer. Dr. Ulysses, we heard one of your students was attacked by a wanderer and went missing for a few days. Were you in the area when this happened? Ulysses paused for a moment before nodding.
I was in the lab preparing for a meeting when I heard a scream outside the room, but I didn't find anything even after looking around. I later learned that a student had been attacked by a wanderer. Fortunately, he wasn't seriously injured.
It looks like Ulysses didn't see the wanderer. I'm a little disappointed.
Did the lab's flux stabilizer show any reaction?
No.
I immediately get what Xavier is hinting at. If the flux stabilizer didn't reach, then the wanderer's metaflux fluctuation level must be below 50. There are only a few wanderers capable of such stealth. Our search is narrowed considerably.
It's also possible we're dealing with a modified wanderer.
Got it. I'll ask Andrew to compare the protocol data with the possible wanderer's profile.
Wait, I just remembered something. The flux stabilizer can't detect that level of metaflux. However, the research center's RMFMA might.
RMFMA?
But the research center isn't even near here.
It was moved to the campus earlier this year, so it's not that far away now. It should have captured the metaflux fluctuation and its dynamic range when the Wanderer appeared.
Okay. Then, can we use that device for a bit?
RMFMA. It stands for Reflective Metaflux Field Monitor and Analyzer.
Sure. A flicker of doubt crosses my mind, but I push it aside for now. I wait for Ulysses to respond.
Sure. As long as you have the clearance to operate it and access the system, you can use it.
But we don't quite fit those requirements.
Let's go.
Requirements. Huh? Xavier picks up my backpack and turns to Ulysses.
Aren't you going to lead the way?
Sure. Don't know where, but I don't know if I should put down the graphics for the video sequence. The research center Ulysses mentioned is formerly known as the Prestera University Deep Space Exploration Research Center. It houses the RMFMA under a skylight on the 3rd floor. The machine's brass casing and bulky appearance makes it stick out like a sore thumb. Yet the screen's flashing indicator lights and fast-moving image exude a sophisticated air.
This analyzer is one of the most advanced pieces of tech in the past few decades, and it remains so today. It can detect the slightest fluctuations in the deep space tunnel. Unfortunately, there are fewer than 10 of them in the world. Many talented researchers and professors have turned down prestigious offers elsewhere. Also, they could work with the RMFMA at our research center.
Do Xavier and I need to apply for access first to retrieve its data? Where's Xavier? It's gone.
All the data related to the Wanderer is corrupted.
Well. Xavier appears from behind the RMFMA. He removes his safety goggles and takes off his disposable lab coat. Aside from how did you operate that machine and how... and you know how to use it? I focus on the most important one. What do we mean by corrupted? Did it capture even a trace of the Wanderer?
Yes, it showed that a Wanderer appeared on the university's campus in the past 2 weeks. But all the data has been tampered with. The generated spectrum also has many errors. It can't be used as a clue.
The hem and cuffs of his lab coat somehow got tangled together. Xavier frowns and pulls harder, but they're still stuck. Raise your hand a little more. As I help Xavier wriggles out of the lab coat, my mind races with questions. Maybe RMFMA is too old, so it's malfunctioning?
If that were the case, the first issues wouldn't show up in detection and sampling errors. Which means someone deliberately tampered with it.
Once he's out of the lab coat, I meet his gaze. It's brimming with confidence. It's a rare high-end device, yet Xavier seems to know it inside and out and can even log into the system to use it. Well... I slightly pull him forward. I purposefully change my expression and lower my voice. Alright, cut to the case. How are you able to operate this machine?
It might look complex, but it's actually easy to use.
Sure. You know that's not what I meant.
You're not really going to interrogate me right now, are you?
Sure. Yeah. As Alessis returns from examining the data, I let go of Xavier, a step back to make room.
The data is corrupted, and just as you suggested, someone probably tampered with it. However, the research center is a secure, newly built facility that few people can access. If we include me, only a handful of researchers work here. The last system login was recorded to be over a month ago.
Okay.
Has anyone else been in here the past 2 weeks?
Alessis thinks long and hard before finally giving a hesitant reply.
Yes, but it's not anything suspicious. There was a study event here for new students.
Oh.
Part of the event included a tour of our facilities. That was when we introduced them to this analyzer.
Okay. The new students who started this year. Could it be one of them?
Those 5 students who were attacked all enrolled this year.
Xavier voices my thoughts. I take out my phone, check the school's official website, and quickly find the article about the study event. 5 students were selected. They are... what?
Here.
Xavier points to the 5 names displayed on the screen.
All the students who encountered the Wanderer are listed.
The study event, the tampered device, the elusive Wanderer, everything starts to connect. This isn't a coincidence, Xavier. Something's off about that study event. The Wanderer is targeting its participants.
Indeed.
Yeah. He agrees, but keeps his finger on the screen. I look again. Group leader. Soren Weiss, president of the student council. Okay.
Hello. I'm the student council's vice president. So, I was told you guys were hunters.
It's the same guy who helped us on behalf of the university and the only one who wasn't attacked. He's definitely suspicious.
There's only one way to find out.
I'm contacting him right now. Xavier is the first to head out. After saying goodbye to Alessus, I'm about to leave, but a glance at the wall makes me stop in my tracks. Instead of certificate, there's an old frame group photo at the top. It's yellowed with age, and the faces on that photo are all a bit blurry. Yet the person who's on the edge... Really? I look closer and that indistinct figure suddenly comes into focus. It's Xavier. Well... okay. Jeez. I think it's really cool that the MC now finds out more about him. I'm like, finally, girl, you get it. It was so obvious before that, but yeah. I sit on a bench near the basketball court. I watch the ball arc through the air and precisely hit the back rim of the hoop. It bounces back into Xavier's hand. It's hard to fully appreciate this rare sunset, something I haven't seen much since graduation. It won't be long until we meet Soren. I unconsciously lower my head to look at my phone. It still has my chat with him. We are still a little unclear about the students. Could you go over some details with us in person? How about we meet up in 20 minutes at the lecture hall in the main teaching building?
Sorry, I'm at the student union. There's a student council meeting right now. It won't end until at least 7 p.m.
Bruh. It's okay. We'll wait for you downstairs at the student union.
You've been quiet for a while.
Huh? Really? Xavier stops moving and stands by the 3-point line. The 3-point line. He gazes at me.
We know he's in a meeting inside this building. Unless his evol lets him create wings so he can fly away, we'll definitely see him.
I look at the open door in front of the student union. Then I look at Xavier's calm face. No. I wonder what's making the victims stay quiet about the student event. And then there's Soren. He knows why we're here, but doesn't say anything. If he's really behind this, that's some nerve.
Maybe he doesn't want to get caught up in any trouble. Either way, we'll be able to ask him soon. And if he still refuses to talk, we can investigate.
He keeps gazing at me. His eyes are firm and steady. I nod. Then he offers me the basketball.
Want to try?
Sure. I know his invitation is actually a way of offering me a break from the mission. I can't bring myself to refuse, so I stand up. Sure. After a brief warm-up, I confidently aim the ball at the hoop. But before I can throw it, a sparrow just lands on the hoop. Interrupted by that, I turn to look at Xavier. If the Wanderer's appearance isn't a coincidence, then it just confirms our suspicion. Someone lured us here on purpose. Yeah.
Should we call for backup in advance? Or are you implying there's a high chance the Ether Core is here? I'm going to guess the latter.
The sparrow is attracted to the small balls of light and flies away. Xavier moves closer and supports my arm.
Aim it a bit higher. Good. Now throw.
My accuracy is slightly off this time. The ball hits the backboard and rolls to my feet. I bend down to pick it up. Maybe it's not as terrible as we think it is. It could just be a coincidence, and Soren is a dedicated vice president of the student council. He does seem to be a good, well-behaved student, sort of like you. Xavier takes the ball from my hand and steps back to give me a demonstration.
Perhaps it's because he looks like a good student that makes him the best at doing things behind the scenes. After all, people don't write their secrets on their faces. The calmer the water's surface, the easier it is to hide dangerous undercurrents.
So that's what he's trying to do. The ball leaves his hand and once again goes through the hoop with a precise shot. As it bounces back, I intercept it before it reaches him. You always have a lot to say about other people, but what about you? Yeah. What about you, Xavier? Recalling the blurry yellowish photo from the research center, I move closer to Xavier. Maybe it's the backlight that causes flickering spots to appear in my vision. My cautiousness falter for a moment. Oh. Xavier, when I first saw him, Xavier is in the no-hunt zone, Xavier in the research center, and Xavier playing basketball at sunset. They appear in front of me all at once. They line up gracefully and blend into the figure of the person before me.
Me?
What secrets are you hiding behind your calm face? Yeah, that's the question. From the distant past to the present, who are you, really? Even though I'm so close to you, experienced all this life and death situation with you, I still cannot seem to fully understand you.
Huh?
Don't play dumb, like, please! Xavier's puzzled gaze lingers on my face and suppressed the question in my heart. The only thing I eventually say is, I was going to ask if you're truly a good student, or do you have some secrets? After thinking for a moment, he speaks in a calm tone.
I'd say I'm a good student.
Liar.
I paid attention in class and always kept my eyes on the front of the classroom.
No, you didn't. You
So I
slept
kept
all the way
ending up
through.
making eye contact with a classmate who frequently turned around during class.
That's also a lie. Well, at least if it comes to you. He looks at me with a knowing gaze. I look back into his eyes and feel as if everything sounds familiar. Maybe your classmate just wanted to check the clock at the back of the classroom. How much time was left before class was over? Oh,
You're
sorry,
asking
guys.
if I have a hidden side to me like Soren?
Take the package. So, just needed to accept my package delivery. Lol. Okay. You're asking if I had a hidden side to me like Soren. Yes, that's what we're talking about. He responds with a question. Now it's my turn to think about my answer. Fortunately, Xavier doesn't seem to expect one from me. Instead, he slightly lowers his head as if he's talking to himself.
But the parts of me you think you know, and the parts you think you don't know, they make up who I am. All of me. Right here in front of you.
We no longer pay attention to the basketball. The sound of it bouncing on the ground echoes in my ears. It isn't until I see Xavier's hand wave in front of me that I realize the lingering sound is my heartbeat.
I think we have a new lead.
Really? I compose myself and I look in the direction that Xavier is pointing in. I catch sight of the enthusiastic student from yesterday's interview. He's walking out of the student union. Didn't he say he needed a week off after the Wanderer attack? I grab Xavier's arm. Something's not right. I couldn't read that. Let him ask, maybe. So I hope my game won't lag when the video scene comes. Before we get close, that student immediately recognized me and Xavier. He excitedly waves at us.
What a coincidence! Why are you here?
Well, didn't you say you were going to take a week's leave at home? What brings you back? With no time to lose, I get straight to the point, but the student looks confused.
Huh? Did I say that yesterday? I don't remember at all.
Okay.
After the attack, my friend said my memory had gotten worse. I thought I was getting better over the past couple of days.
I don't like where this is going. I exchange a glance with Xavier, my eyes saying something's wrong.
What do you remember then? Do you recall attending a study event around 2 weeks ago? Did anything strange happen at that time?
A study event?
He frowned, thinking hard for a long time. And then suddenly something dawns on him.
It wasn't weird, but we did come across something intriguing. When we visited the Deep Space Exploration Research Center, there was this unique piece of equipment on the 3rd floor. For a short while, I felt like I walked straight into a haunted house.
He dramatically gestures, still looking a bit shaken.
It looked exactly like that haunted house I'm always terrified of. I almost screamed. After the tour, others said they had the same feeling. That for a moment, they fell into a really scary place.
Wait, you're saying you all had a hallucination? Who else was there?
It was just the 5 of us, and the vice president. The guy had to step out for a bit, so we were on our own.
So it's about hallucination, so this scene maybe will be also a hallucination.
it's not a hallucination. This is something the RMFMA can also do.
Okay.
To make a long story short, it's like recreating a plane of existence and overlapping it with our reality. But only a few people know about this.
It's like recreating a plane of existence and overlapping with our reality. Okay.
We surely underestimated Soren.
Xavier grabs my wrist with one hand and supports my back with the other.
Hold on.
Wait, you know where he is?
The research center. He'll get there before us.
Hi, Trini. You were a bit late, but yeah. I started. I'm actually almost done. Daylight's last glimmer sinks below the horizon, and night arrives. As we stand in front of the research center again, the building takes on a more mysterious air under the night sky. And also hello to everyone else in the chat, by the way. I just saw that. Soren stands under the skyline on the 3rd floor. His back faces us.
You're
Oh, God.
quicker than I thought.
Damn.
I should have known the moment I saw you.
Oof. Xavier stops behind him. After a brief pause of tension, Soren turns around.
Do you think you can still order me around, Xavier?
Still order me around? He has a glance at me, then he looks away.
You can't, and neither can she.
A sudden gust of wind stirs the indoor air. My heart trembles as I sense a faint energy fluctuation. Xavier, something here. A light blade forms in Xavier's hands. I also take out my firearm from my belt holster. I walk over and stand next to him. Let's take down Soren before the Wanderer arrives. But before I can get close, Soren disappears. I hear the voice behind me.
It's too late. It'll take you to the place you've always wanted to visit.
Oh no. He can also teleport. Could he be? The intensity of the energy fluctuation significantly soars. Xavier's hunter watch as well as mine beep at the same time before I can react. In a shadowy corner where the moonbeam doesn't reach, a colossal beast has stirred to life. Oh, this music, like it. With energy, it's fiercey.
A wanderer with an ether core.
It can't stay here. We need to lure it out. The light beam cleaves through the heavy darkness. Its shockwaves ripple to the end of the corridor. The wanderer pauses its assault before creating an even fiercer wall of wind. It charges towards us once again.
You took the bait.
We took the bait. A huge shadow looms over us. I turn around and aim my gun. The expected protofield doesn't materialize. Instead, I feel a sudden coolness on my face, as if I'm being pushed through a barrier. Okay. Out of the corner of my eye, there... Oh, stop. Before everything goes completely dark, I reach out for Xavier's hand. Oh. And I grab nothing. Well, I think now soon the video scene comes. Let's see if my phone can handle that. Nebulae tranquilly hang in the sky as if they are the eyes of the universe. Faint rays of light spill over the shadows of trees that sway like waves. This feels like a protofield. Countless waves of both strong and subtle forces swirl through my heart. I stand in this unfamiliar forest enveloped to thick fog. Yeah, the Starfall forest. This definitely isn't a regular protofield. The energy here is erratic, and the fluctuations are violent. Xavier, can you hear me? I call out to him several times, but only the wind rustling of branches and leaves answer me. He was probably dragged into the protofield too. I have to find him quickly. I look up, and a meteor streaks across the sky. It leaves behind a trail of fire as it flies past the top of the tall trees. Yeah, the meteor was also in the trailer. A meteor. Several more follow suit, before I can say more. All of them are heading towards one side of the forest. I can't help but follow them. In an instant, the night sky is ablaze with countless rays of light. Meteors pour down like rain. They disperse the fog and darkness which plague the forest as they fall in the same direction. Are they guiding me? I walk faster, gradually quickening in pace until I break into a sprint. Like me, the meteor falls even more intensely and rapidly. It's as if they are urging me to run with all my might. Oh damn. No.
Is that you?
Yeah. It's the voice. Xavier.
Answer me. Where are you?
Where are you? Even though I can clearly hear Xavier's voice, I don't know where it's coming from. Is it in front of me? Or is it echoing from the depth of my heart? Brilliant arcs of light flash before me as the wind whistles resounds in my ears. My heart surges, overwhelmed by the surrounding chaotic energy. I have a bad feeling. Please stay safe, Xavier. I hope nothing bad happened to you. As I traverse the dense forest, a mirror-like lake suddenly comes into view. Meteors streak down, falling into the expanse where the lake meets the sky. The energy fluctuation gets even stronger. It pulls all my heart to the point where I struggle to breathe. Overwhelmed, I stumble and sink to my knees.
I'm not interested in playing hide and seek. Come out.
I frantically look around and spot Xavier near the lake shore. Another figure quickly appears in front of him.
We're old friends at the end of the day, right? But you decided to greet me with a sword. That's cruel.
An old friend. Soren. No, that's just an illusion. Soren adjusts his glasses and his previously friendly, bashful expression vanishes.
You haven't changed even after all these years. You're still afraid of Starfall Forest.
Okay.
As if you're any different. To you, the ends always justify the means.
What are you trying to say? You have no right to criticize me!
Soren's laughter, twisted with rage, contours his features into an unsettling and unrecognizable expression.
I used my life's work on you. I did everything I could to help you pass through the deep space tunnel.
What?
And what did I get in return? I was abandoned, trampled on, and turned into an outcast in this time and space.
Okay.
Those were the rewards for your choices.
His figure vanishes with his words. He reappears in front of Soren in the blink of an eye, the tip of his sword poised to kill. Countless sharp light blades rain down on Soren. Only his panicked voice can be heard within the dazzling spectacle of light.
You... Killing an apparition is a waste of time.
Apparition, okay.
Then why did you dodge?
A beam of light descends and the apparition is sliced in half. It's not just an illusion. Somehow, it and his actual body are connected. So they are connected to the outside body. Oh god. Struggling, I rush to help Xavier, but I fall again. The energy in the surrounding area has changed. Wait, Xavier's evil is... Xavier's flurry of attacks continue, and there's no room for counterattacks. Nothing is out of the ordinary in terms of his appearance. Yet, as usually, serene sparks of light scatters and fly chaotically around him, as if they've lost control, agitated or consumed by something. The forest?
It's time to put an end to this charade.
Wait! You can kill me. But what about her?
A meteor falls into the center of the lake. It awakens a sparkling light that twirls into a vague illusion. The silhouette wears a hunter's uniform. It's hard to make out, yet it's unmistakably familiar. It's me? Oh god. My head. It hurts. But why? Yet, it's at the moment I realize something. Soren creates this illusion to distract Xavier. He's using the lapse and judgment to attack Xavier's mind with his evil. The lapse of judgment. Okay. In any other situation, Xavier would have no difficulty dealing with this type of evil. But with how chaotic the Prody field is, along with his power... Xavier falters, but he slowly regains his footing. When he raises his head, his unfocused eye resembles a frozen lake. They are cold and empty.
It can't be her. She's not a sacrifice.
Oh baby.
I will. put an end to everything.
But not like this, please. Oh my god. Xavier, I'm right here. That's an illusion. Perhaps weakened by Xavier's attacks, the bullet makes the apparition stagger.
You!
With a reluctant, sullen expression, the apparition dissipates. The energy fluctuation also calms down. Even though the apparition on the water surface is gone, Xavier continues to head towards the center of the lake. His expression is cold, and his movements are stiff. It's as though an invisible force is pulling him along. Yeah. This isn't good. The evil is still controlling Xavier. I rush out to stop him. Xavier! Oh my god.
A planet that uses to survive.
Don't.
Doesn't deserve to be saved.
Come back to reality, Xavier. Well, I can't read that, it's too fast, so... Look, I'm right here.
You are...
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't.
You can't stay here. Run. Otherwise, you'll... as well.
Well, what? His power is fading. It's a space trying to consume him. Resonate. What's going on? Why I can control your evil?
It's okay.
No!
Starfall Forest will stop once it has enough power. It will.
It will what? Oh my god.
I didn't protect you before. At least, it chose me this time.
Fuck this shit. Enough power. In that case... The ether core. The ether core's power should satisfy it.
No.
Okay. Xavier, you
really are reckless.
Well, everything for you, baby. Like, if you are willing to give your life, like, I do that 2,000 times. Like, oh my gosh, this. God damn it. Guys. Oh god. Yeah, I'm okay. That was just too sad for my heart. Do you recognize me, Xavier?
Hey. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. Don't move. I apply medicine to the wound on his arm, but he abruptly pulls away. I almost drop the bandage. Xavier ignores my comment and grabs my shoulder. He gives me a once-over. So attractive. Oh my god. I'm fine. Don't tell me you underestimated the power of an ether core.
I underestimated you.
Oh my god.
An ether core's power isn't something anyone should mess with. If you use it carelessly, the protofield would have devoured you. What then?
Then at least you will survive, I guess. I couldn't just stand there. That's it. I can't control it. That would be a lie because we don't know it. I couldn't just stand there and watch you get consumed. Saving you took priority. That's it, girl. That's it.
You didn't answer the question. What will happen then?
His hands grip my shoulders more tightly. I glance at Xavier's pursed lips and pat his tense arm. Xavier, are you mad? Well, I think he actually is, and he can be, but I don't care. I'll admit it was a little reckless, but wouldn't you have done the same thing if you were me? Yeah, he would. Don't be upset. I won't help you heal. It won't help you heal and might affect your evil.
You always have so many reasons, but you never listen to me.
Same goes to you, my man. I will next time. No, we won't. I poke his face again and again until he reveals a helpless smile. Damn. He takes the bandage beside him, quickly wraps it around his arm a couple of times, and then stands up.
The energy fluctuations around us have only temporarily subsided. They could spike again at any moment. And Soren is adding fuel to the fire. We need to get out of here before he makes his next move.
While you were still unconscious, I used my evil to scout the area. This protofield does more than just devour people. I can't find its boundaries at all. It's like a space where if you shout, there won't be any echo. Yeah.
Don't worry.
After getting his bearings, Xavier leads me deeper into the forest.
The protofield's environment was based on my memories, so there might be something that can help us leave.
I've never heard of wanderers that could invade and read memories before. Or does this wanderer's connection with the ether core, can the ether core make it different?
There's also the possibility that Soren made some modifications to it.
After a brief silence, I carefully choose to word before I speak. choose my words before speaking. Soren, he used to be your ally, right? Yeah. So...
It was a long, long time ago.
The light blaze slices through several overgrown branches to clear a path. It dissipates into shimmering specks of light.
He changed his appearance and hid his evil. He needs to hide his secrets and also be in a position to strike me down if needed. I immediately remember the perilous moment I faced with Xavier. Perilous? When we first met at the abandoned research base with the Luminivores and the robots watching us at Azure Square. He sent them? Maybe.
Okay. Xavier holds out a small light, as if sensing something. He released it, and let out a dry laugh.
This forest. It's a trap clearly designed for me. This can only be his doing.
True. He really seems to know you well, but he also hates you. Recalling the conversation I heard, I hesitate for a second. Did something happen in this forest? Well, girl. Jeez. Is that why you're afraid of it? Moonlight gently falls, softening Xavier's features into a blur. Then I hear his voice again.
Rather than what's already happened, I'm more afraid of what might come in the future. But right now, you terrify me the most. You used the power of the ether core this time. I'm worried about what you'll do next.
Really? What I've done can't be compared to your actions. True. Why don't you tell me what you did in the past? You don't want to know.
We're here.
But you should know, actually. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, she saved him. Following his gaze, I see a massive spaceship hidden behind the towering trees. Yeah. Unlike the wreckage I saw in Nohan's Zone number 42, this one is more intact, with far more sophisticated engineering. Inside are various unfamiliar devices that are set up for a makeshift command center. It's surrounded by papers lying scattered all over the place. Surrounded by papers lying scattered all over the place.
You really are here.
You're not planning to use this spaceship to take us out of this protofield, right?
It can break through even the most chaotic gravitational energy flux. A protofield might not stand a chance against it. Let's just try it and see.
He flips several switches. One by one, faint blue lights illuminate.
Traceback 2, Phyllis 1101, PLS, is now online.
Oh god. Philos. That name sounds familiar. Really, girl?
It's my homeland. A place far away from here.
No. I silently repeat the name to myself and feel a strange sensation as it resounds in the depths of my heart. Damn. I pick up the papers next to him. The messy handwriting and symbols seems like they're from another universe. Well, they are. Backtracker's logbook. Spatio-temporal coordinate parameters. You and Soren were both members of the Backtrackers. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like he's definitely also a Backtracker.
Yes.
The image of the spaceship slowly loads onto a floating holographic screen. He scans the complex data line by line.
Even though we called it a small group, there were quite a lot of us at one point.
Yeah, no. But the most of them turned into monsters, or aka wanderers, I guess.
But after all this time, only a few of us remain.
Basic spaceship inspection complete. Please enter your password and verify your identity.
Oh God. I thought like he will I thought he would just like do his identity. God. Xavier doesn't respond and continues to press certain buttons on the panel. Then he places his hand on one side of the screen.
Your identity has been verified. It's been a long time, Captain.
Oh God.
Prepare for departure.
Captain.
Understood. Commencing pre-flight checks.
Aren't you going to ask me more questions?
You should, girl. Go.
You must have many more questions.
Yes.
I won't hide anything. Just ask.
Well, I don't think so. I do have a lot. Like, who were the Backtrackers and why did you come to this world? And where did this spaceship come from? Yeah, I mean... Oh, however. No, not however. You said everyone has secrets and motives. At the very least, I know you're not my enemy. That's all the assurance I need. Besides, now's not the best time for long stories. Well, exactly, that's the best... No, maybe it's not the best time, but... Who knows if he tells you the truth later. Yeah. But let me say this first. This doesn't mean I won't ask any more questions later. Yeah. Once we're out of this mess, you're going to tell me everything. Slowly. And in great details. I was a bit confused. Thanks for the follow, Natasha. Beth. And hello, welcome to my stream. Grab some hot chocolate and sit down with the other girls. Anna and Trini will treat everything. No, just, I'm still on edge. Like, oh god.
okay with that.
Well, are you really? If you lie to me, like... I will kill this man. No, I won't. Satisfied, I nod. When I step back, my hand accidentally flips a switch. Oh, really? Huh? Oh my god, no!
Slumbering adrift in darkness.
Oh my god. That poem, like, damn. Guys. Don't give me that poem right now. I will die and I will cry on the floor. This voice, Xavier.
Which never heeds the whispers of life.
That's you, isn't it? A pair of hands cover my ears before the words can finish. The audios when you hear him recite poems during the trip. Yeah. Before the words get finished. No! Like, let her hear this. Like, what? He said... That's what I mean. Like, moments before he said, like, I won't hide anything, and then something like this happened. Like, then give her all, like, damn.
It's not me.
It is! Really?
No.
No. Sure. Like, oh god, really? Then why can't I listen to it? Yeah. Oh god, seeing his ears turn red, I can't help but chuckle. I pat the arm resting across my face. I pat the arm resting across my face. Arm resting. Oh god, I'm just done. Alright. It's someone else. Or maybe the spaceship misses its captain so much that it's imitating your voice for fun. Oh, god damn it.
Yes, I agree. It's something like that.
Liar. During the brief silence, Xavier releases me and quickly shuts off the recording. No, I want to hear it! Well, the MC want to hear it. Oh god. I'm about to tease him again when an alarm makes us tense. Oh god, turn that
Protocore
thing
energy is low. Unable to start. Please refill the protocore energy cells to ensure a successful journey.
Yeah, that was in the also in the trailer. While the red warning lights flash, a sharp pang shoots through my chest. Xavier, the protofield's acting up again.
I know.
Oh no, not again. There's no doubt that Saren is manipulating the wanderers hidden within this protofield. He's trying to trap us.
Prepare for launch.
It's recommended to refill the protocore energy cells before takeoff. Do you still want to proceed with the launch?
No! What?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Understood. Initiating countdown.
Don't worry.
I worry. Like... Before I can object, Xavier pushes me into a seat in the cockpit.
Protocore energy isn't the only thing that can fuel this spaceship.
What else?
Although it can't support long voyages, escaping this protofield should be no problem.
After pressing a few buttons on the control panel, he takes something from the cabin wall and fastens it to his wrist. He sits down in the cockpit and takes my hand. He presses it against his chest, and a sense of foreboding washed over me.
I need you.
You're going to use your evil as fuel? No. I try to pull my hand away, but he tightly holds onto it. Don't even think about it. The protofield already drained your energy. You're not allowed to use your evil right now. It's very obvious that fueling this spaceship will be too much for him.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, sure.
Using evil as emergency fuel is actually one of this spaceship's unique features. In the past, evil came to our rescue during several crises. It enabled us to make safe emergency landings. Besides, I've got you here with me. You're aware of the changes an ether core can bring. With your current strength, you can resonate and enhance my evil, right?
But
only you have the power to help us safely leave the protofield. Trust me.
He cups up my cheek with his other hand. With a soft voice, he makes a promise to me.
Your power will keep me safe.
Well...
Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
My heartbeat races. Whether it's because of our current circumstances or the intensifying energy fluctuations, the pain in my chest grows sharper. Amid the blaring alarm, the spaceship begins its final countdown. The flickering light spiral into chaos. Xavier looks at me, his expression as calm as always. He's waiting for me to respond. Alright, let all your power flow through me. Let all your power flow through me. I'll keep you safe, I promise.
I know.
Me. Violent tremors and a sense of weightlessness engulfs us. After countless voyages through the boundaries of space, the spaceship plunges into the unknown once more. Chaotic energy crashed into the spaceship. The air currents instantly tears apart the scenery outside the porthole. I hear a high-pitched whistle. The chaos envelops my vision. Only one warm force stays tightly connected with me. It flows steadily from my hand and gradually covers the world in a dazzling light. It overwhelms my senses. But then... weird. It feels like something is suppressing Xavier's evil, preventing a complete resonance. Yeah.
Keep going.
What? Xavier tightly presses my hand against his chest. Even in a blinding light, his gaze stays calm and gentle. I grit my teeth and forge that power into a sharp blade. Slowly but surely, it's cut through the invisible barrier along with the spaceship. Space itself is ripped open, which creates tremendous energy fluctuations and tremors. In the distance, a massive shadow looms. Okay.
At last, we forced it to show its true form. Get ready. It's time to deal the finishing blow.
Ach du Scheiße. Wow, really? That memories. Love it. Do that real quick. It's a bit displaced in the stream, I guess, but...
Isn't this place more interesting than school? It's time. The enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
My turn.
Keep up the momentum.
Eat this.
Watch out. It's getting back up. Don't get too close. You'll hurt yourself. Not even a scratch.
My turn.
Step back.
What are you doing there, Xavier?
It's time. The enemies are weak. Now's our chance. I'll forge a new sword with your core. End it.
A reindeer!
Come to me.
What?
Bring it on.
That was close.
Xavier.
I'm here.
I'll show you.
It's time.
Here we go.
Be careful not to get behind me. Become one with your sword and...
I'll show you. My turn.
Ouch.
I am not afraid.
Light, shine down upon
It's time. The enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
Eat this. Bring it on.
It was easier than I expected. We still have plenty of time.
You want to walk around?
You wanna walk around? So... Things are right here, I guess. Yeah. Okay. A deafening roar fills my mind and strips away my senses. Suddenly, it's as if a rift splits the space. It ushers us into a burst of gentle light and fresh air. After several long seconds, the discomfort fades. I slowly open my eyes. Everything comes into focus. And there it is, the RMFMA standing serenely just a couple of meters away. We're back at the research center. My sense return to my body. I scramble to my feet and frantically search for Xavier.
You're struggling to find me, huh?
Whew. A familiar voice calls out from behind. I turn and see Xavier leaning against a nearby wall. He better is. A bright red light at his neck flickers a few times before settling down under my worried gaze. This freaking color. That light is flashing, you still want to crack a joke.
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
Uh-huh. He opens his palm and hands me the ether core fragment. It glows a soft green. Green.
For its sake, sit with me for a bit.
No. Unable to resist Xavier's expectant eyes, I approach him and sit down.
I already sent the collected data and our coordinates back to HQ. The police will also be involved. They'll be here within 15 minutes.
We don't have much time. We need to... I'm about to get up, but he grabs my arm.
Let's make the most out of these uninterrupted 15 minutes.
I feel a cool touch at my ear after Xavier pulls out a pair of wireless earbuds. Oh, really? Oh. So, we're listening to music now. I see.
There's just enough time for one song. Then we'll be in a hurry again.
So, your song is 50 minutes long? Who invites a girl to listen to music with a wireless earbud? Well, Xavier did that. Oh my god.
Hmm?
You shouldn't have offered me wired earbuds. That way, we'd be close enough that we couldn't drift apart. You shouldn't offered me wired earbuds. That way, we'd be close enough that we couldn't drift apart.
I'm too tired to drift into a place that's far away from you.
No.
And I wouldn't, even if I could.
Oh my god. Please save me. Outside the skylight, another morning dawns. As Xavier expected, updating the intel and what happened on campus is a thought as tracking down the Wanderers. After leaving Prestera University, Xavier unsurprisingly retreats to his bedroom. Yeah. Meanwhile, I return to the association with the ether core fragment. After a brief mission report, Captain Jenner warns me about our recklessness, but also commends us for successfully completing the mission. With the order to return home and rest, I time my visit to line up with Xavier's recharging period. I bring supplies to the 6th floor. After several rings, Xavier finally opened the door, his hair all tousled. Aww.
You're finally back.
This is like a puppy. Oh god. You look like you just woke up. Why are you speaking as if you've been waiting for a while? Is it like a Sitting dog in front of the door. So cute.
Well, you just saw me. How can you tell I haven't been waiting long?
He effortlessly reaches behind me and takes the plastic bag.
It felt like forever.
Oh, come on, don't. I slip on my slippers and head to the living room. Xavier is already intently unpacking the bag full of food next to the coffee table. He pulls out 2 food boxes from the plastic bag and removes their packaging.
Is this from that store downstairs at the association? You went back there?
You need to recharge, so someone had to return the ether core fragment, right?
Right. Thanks, partner.
Oh, Captain Jenna wanted me to relay a message to you.
What is it?
With mashed potatoes still in his mouth, Xavier looks up while the spoon is held between his lips. Oh my god, give me a photo of this! Jeez! It's a warning. She said if you deliberately put her team member in danger again, she won't let you off the hook. What is she, her mom?
Got it. I'll remind her about settling the other 5 verbal warnings she gave me.
Well. In that brief silence, Xavier lowers his gaze and eats his mashed potatoes 1 spoonful at a time.
Did Prestara University say anything?
Surveillance and witness protection are ongoing, but we still haven't found Soren.
If we haven't found him by now, chances are we never will.
Yeah. He casually talks about it, but his words carry a mixture of indiscernible emotions. I decide not to dwell on it. You don't know where he's gone either?
Nope.
Nope. As I reflect upon everything, the vague, tangled clues pile up and cast a large shadow behind the clear image of Soren. Getting out of this precarious situation unsketched isn't something he could accomplish on his own. True. Only a few groups could pull that off. Who's supporting him? That's the question. After finishing a box of mashed potatoes, a whole box, Xavier retrieves a stack of documents and a sealed bag from under the coffee table. Inside the sealed bag is a tiny, button-sized device. I can't help but pick it up. What is this?
Ulysses found it at the research center. He urgently sent it over. Initial tests show it has a radio frequency chip that can resonate with metaflux fluctuations.
So this little thing is the culprit behind the RMFMA's malfunction, and even the tool Soren used to lure in the Wanderer.
Yes.
The room falls silent again. I follow the train of my thoughts and speak up. Can you also use that device to recreate a plane of existence and overlap it with the reality? You mentioned earlier that this is something only you people know about.
That's right. But you know I don't like illusion stuff.
Xavier calmly says. I nod and put the sealed bag back on the table. Who can help him make that? Xavier doesn't respond immediately. Instead, he pushes a stack of documents towards me.
Here's the latest analysis and theories based on what we know. It includes a list of groups with similar tech. Go through it, and you'll come to your own conclusions.
Ever, maybe? As always, Xavier doesn't explain. Yeah. It's as if he's already at the finish line with the answers. He's quietly waiting to see if I'll join him or choose a different path. However, I'm not content with following his lead this time. I place my hand over his and stop the documents he's pushing towards me in their tracks. I'll read this later. Xavier, I rather trust what you have to say right now. After a brief pause, Xavier purses his lips and finally meets my intense gaze. Better be serious this time.
It's Ever.
I knew it. Oh my god. Ever. Some of the backtrackers are also involved. They know everything you know, and they've had their eyes on you for some time, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That makes them our common enemy then. True. Outside, the leaves rustle as the wind slips in through the gap in the window. The curtains flutter. My shadow merged with Xavier's, and it feels like the impenetrable door in his heart has opened slightly. Aww. This time, we're finally standing out on the same side. Aww. Damn. Well... Guys. Oh god. I love that. And I hated it at the same time. So much pain.